Howdy Compo crew. I'm here with Cuddy. I've just written a very short blog post explaining what's happening next, but I thought I'd make a little video for everybody else as well. If you don't want to read all my wafflings, you can watch me instead. Basically, we had a little bit of a break at the weekend. I went and saw my mom for her birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. She's 65. Good work, Mom. Basically, that gave me a little bit of perspective, having a little rest for the first time in a while. And I started to think, right, we're getting really close to launch now. I'm getting really excited. The new prototype should be here any day. And I started to think, what could possibly go wrong? And dangerous to think that, but also I want to make sure that Cuddy's awesome as possible because I want one in my van. I want you guys to have him. I want him to be the best bog ever. So I decided to try and get some expertise in the form of product developers that know about plastics, they know about injection moldings, they can look at this and go, right, what could possibly go wrong? The reason for that, I kind of know some things about plastic from just experience. I don't know if you've ever seen plastic, you know when you have those, like when there's like a bit of plastic on a rib, they call it, so that'd be a rib here going across the middle. When they meet the face here, what happens is, point to the camera, right, when they meet the face, you can get shrinkage of the plastic if it's a certain types of plastic, and that can show up as a deep, like as a line and a warpage. So if you can look, I don't know if you can see it very lightly on the surface of those, surface of this edge here, you might be able to see the outline of the ribs underneath. Shameless plug, this is called a really useful box. It's actually really useful. They're the only ones that really clip shut in your van, and they're super strong and they're really good. So, and actually having now looked at how this is made, I'm like, that is not cheap to make. There's a lot of reinforcement on this, so it's a really good box, get one. I don't have an affiliate link. Back to Cuddy. We've put straight sides on Cuddy here to maximize the capacity. I want to make sure we can deliver those. 3D printing is very different to injection molding. Polyethylene, polypropylene, which was what you'd be using to make the real Cuddy, are very different to this plastic, which is, I believe, PLA. No idea what that stands for. 3D printing as well, they're built up in layers, and it doesn't have the shrinkage and the heat that you get from injection molding, where it's liquid plastic being forced into a mold. That means that we may end up with like lines up here on this model, and I don't want that. I want my Cuddy to look good. So we're going to get someone in to just give it a once over and say, right, is it possible to make this? No, this is still the old model. The new one is still being printed. Come on, Cuddy. But yeah, patience. We're really close to pulling the trigger. We've got the mold quotes. We just want to make sure that they're going to work as expected if they come out of that mold. If you know anything about injection molding, those molds are really expensive. We've got to get it right first time, and we've got to make sure that the final product is going to be awesome for both me, both for you, for everybody. All right, we're nearly there, guys. Hang in.